Good morning. How's it going? We're gonna get ready for the airport. I did shower, wash my hair. I feel like sometimes you feel so gross when you travel and we don't have a really early flight. So I was like, I'm gonna get ready today. A little bit of glow screen. I've got that link to my Amazon storefront. I like to apply it with a makeup brush, but you can use just your hands if you want. It is just a glowy sunscreen. So good underneath your makeup. Although when we land tonight, we're headed to Puerto Rico for the summer. Oh, with all the kids and all the things. So when we land tonight, it'll be dark. But, hi. Good morning. I had the worst time sleeping last night. I just kept thinking of all these things that I didn't want to forget. And do I have this? And do I have that? And Adam wasn't sleeping, just like tossing, turning, all of it. And so I'm hoping if the baby sleeps some on the plane, Adam and I can take turns resting. His mom is going to be here pretty soon. He had to go to Academy this morning and get a trailer add-on hitch because we have too many. We have like a suitcase for everybody, a backpack, and a carry-on. And so we don't have room in our vehicle for all of us. The time is the same. My understanding, I think there might be half of the year that the time is different, like an hour ahead. But for right now, the time is the same. First time catching me live. If you're watching the live, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. I did tan last night and then I didn't quite blend it very well. So here we are. I went to go get an actual spray tan from Suntan City and I got there and it was like 40 minutes before they closed. There were so many people in line. The lady was like, we're not accepting anyone else tonight. And I was like, what? Like, what a bummer. So, but it did get me like a few minutes alone by myself to kind of like process my life, which is nice. It has been such a whirlwind, trying to get everything together and like, do I have everything we need? Just been busy. I think everyone has everything, but big shout out to the founders of Beautiful You, the Trimfit company. They are down in Puerto Rico and our house did not have a mattress. And they went and got us a mattress and put it in our house and they did a FaceTime tour of our house. And so they're so sweet. I absolutely love working like for this company. I love their products, but just like the, I don't know, just how thoughtful. And so it was just so nice. So, and I'd gotten some stuff from Walmart delivered. They brought it inside the house for us. And now we'll have a mattress to sleep on when we get there. That'll be so good. And there's a couple beds that had a mattress, but like the master did not. And so the kids would have had a bed, but we wouldn't have. And so kind. And so I'm excited to work with them this summer. We are going to be down there and it's going to be really exciting. So, I can't wait to share all of it with you. We're going to go, the big kids are only down with us for a little while, and then they were already signed up for a camp and a vacation with their dad. So the big kids will not be down there with us much of June, but they come back in July. So everybody's stoked. The girls are currently researching the Titanic, which I don't know if I should break it to them that like, hey, we aren't anywhere near that. They did hit an iceberg and we're going to Puerto Rico. But they're researching the Titanic and talking about like maybe we can snorkel out to the Titanic. Like, I don't think so, kids. But it's keeping them really busy this morning. And then they got on like this Titanic conspiracy theory, and it's just kept them really busy. Do not underestimate the power of a good bronzer. All right. I'm a little congested. It's all gonna be okay. All right. This is just a Dibs makeup brush. I can link it for you. But I absolutely love it. I really only use this side. So just like a dense like makeup brush. I really use this one. Maybe for like a setting powder. Ooh, you were there for a day on your cruise. You got your Starbucks, walked around. So we vacationed at the beach growing up. My grandma would rent a vacation house, and then my aunt Tammy and my Uncle David, and then my mom and dad we would all stay in one big house together. And so we did that every year growing up. And my parents actually moved there when I was 17, and I stayed back here. And so I loved the beach growing up. Well, then as an adult, I've gone to the beach like a few times, but I have never like lived at the beach, vacation for long times at the beach. I've never, spent significant amounts of time there other than like a spring break vacation, and you're there 4 or 5 days. So this will be so different spending the summer there. And I'm just like beyond excited. And I think it'll be so fun for my kids. Like lots of adventures, and got like a rainforest, and so much to do. And so okay, setting powder. If you want a really, really matte look, then put your setting powder on with a sponge. If you want like more of a just not as glowy or shiny look, then put it on with a fluffy brush. Oh, it always makes me nervous when we travel with all the kids because there's a bunch of them, but just the keeping up with everybody, and then the baby, like how she's gonna do. She's not really traveled a lot, and so it's been last spring break was the last time. I guess she's flown twice and she's 2.5, but she's flown twice, and they were both spring of last year. So I'm like, all week we've been like, we're gonna go on an airplane, and we've been watching like little videos about airplanes, and so I'm hoping at least she won't be like surprised of what's going on. All right. So the text alert should go out right when I go live, but be sure you sign up for those. It could be like, depending on who your network is through, like it goes through in chunks of people. So it'll go through like to different networks. So it's just as quickly as it, like we hit send out a notification once I go live. And then depending on like how it has to send to each person. So depending on which carrier or how long it takes, it's kind of out of our control at that point. But we do try and send them out for all lives. And we looked into paying for other services that might be like quicker or anything, but we tried 2 different ones and they're not even quicker either. So we just will keep doing the one that we do. All right. But one of them, it was like 3 hours after the live, people were getting notified, and I was like, well, that's not gonna work. So, and it was more expensive. And so I was like, well, all right. I typically won't do like super heavy makeup on travel day. I mean, I'm wearing like sweats, and I do have on, a pro tip is always like wear a t-shirt underneath your sweatshirt, because you never know if it's gonna get cold. Never know if my kids are gonna get cold. And so I just do like a sweatshirt, and I'm gonna do some bronzer. So much to still get together. I also have a couple boxes that we didn't get to ship out that I had wanted to ship out. So I have a friend who's going to come and do that for us. Bless her soul. Look at the difference. Just a tiny bit of bronzer, like in your crease and your under eye. I'm a lot calmer right now than I was a few days ago. It's because I was spiraling out of control a few days ago. I would say that as someone who, my job is hopping on, hanging out, like, you know, this is my, and so I can't take even if I'm falling apart, I can't take a week off because I'm falling apart. So I try and pull it together as best as possible. But I was just so overwhelmed the other day. So I'm so sorry that I was crying. I was crying about everything. I just was so overwhelmed. And that's kind of my go-to emotion. If I'm stressed or overwhelmed or feel like I end up crying a lot. I don't know. I've been this way my whole life, just like a sensitive person. And I seem to be more sensitive if I'm overwhelmed. And so I now feel like we have a grasp on things. Like the other day, felt like physically drowning outside of water is what it felt like my life was the other day. And today it just feels like we got to just get it together and get it done. And so I'm super grateful for that. All right, let's get in with some mascara. I hope I have some in here. I do. Also gonna put on some of this. Have tweezers packed. Ugh. If you know, you know. Oh, might as well. If you notice, so anytime I like see a tweezer or they're just everywhere. Hello, Hairy Chin. I have PCOS, and I get a good amount of chin hairs every day. In addition to a lot of other great things that you get having it, chin hairs are one of them. I really should use a mirror. Most of the time, I just do it by feel. But this is your reminder if you haven't checked your mustache today. Also, I feel like, you know, the lighting on a plane, how it's like lights coming in the window. I'm sure you'll see my whole little beard I have going on. So I'm like, okay, we'll get that. This is just like a cute little glowy. I can try and see if they still have that in stock. But I really do love to add just a little bit right there to my cheeks. Always plucking. I mean, I have tweezers. I make sure I have tweezers wherever I go. I have a couple pairs of tweezers. I have tweezers in my purse. I have tweezers in my, because I sprout hairs like nobody's business. I mean, they are aggressive and they come back with a vengeance. And so I am constantly like trying to outrun my, my chin hairs. And so it's like, hey, even if I just shaved them yesterday, they'll be back. They'll be back. You know how if you overpluck your eyebrows, eventually they quit growing? That's what I'm hoping is going to happen with my chin hairs. At some point I might go try and laser them. But I'm just doing a natural brow with some brow wax today. This is in my Amazon storefront under beauty. It's the Fluff Up Brow Wax by Benefit. So very clean girl natural makeup today. Gonna do a little gloss and some. I'm gonna put Beta in the cutest little outfit. It's got like little shells on it. She'll probably spill something on it within a couple minutes. I might wait and do that when we're actually there, but like tomorrow, just pack it. But that's what I had out for her to wear today. It's so cute. I have to get everybody fed because, you know, everyone will be in a much happier mood if they have food. So we're leaving a little early, much earlier than we have to. But I've just found when you have a lot of people with you, I would rather get there early, make it through security, make it through the parking lot, just get there, make it through traffic, all of it. And I would rather get there early and have to sit at like an airport Chili's for an hour than be rushing and running with all of everybody. Oh, Adam's out there in the yard trying to build this like trailer extension so we have enough room for luggage. I told him last night, I was like, we don't have enough room. And so I was like, I think we should take a shuttle. And he got on and found like a thing you connect to your car. I will show you what it is in case you have a trip coming up. And he was like, we'll just put this on the back of the car and we can stack our luggage on it. And so we're doing that. Yes, breathing room. If anyone, I know this sounds local, if anyone is like local and has some sort of like wedding or anything in the next week or two that you need flowers for, I was telling my mom, or if there's like a reception or a party or something, I've been fertilizing my hydrangeas for months and they're all blooming and they look so pretty. And so I told her, I was like, my mom was like, well, I could come pick them and like meet with somebody or something. And so we could figure that out. But if you have, I literally have hundreds of hydrangeas in bloom right now. And I just feel so bad. I was like, I wish I knew somebody having like a wedding this weekend or next weekend, or like somebody that could use them. And so I even asked her, like, ideally, so we've done this several years, but I love picking hydrangeas and then I'll snip them and I have just a bunch of mason jars and I normally will take them to all the neighbors. And I've been doing this, gosh, 10 years. Like I used to have hydrangeas at, I think we were in Tennessee. So we used to only have one big bush at a house I lived in. And isn't this how God works? I was so sad to leave that house. It was during my divorce and I was so sad. And we had this sweet couple of those in their 90s across the street. And we had this beautiful hydrangea bush and the kids would take hydrangeas over to them. And I was so sad when I had to leave that. And I just felt like, oh, but I'm going to really miss this. Do you ever have moments like this? And I look at my current property and the woman who had gardened here before, we probably have, no exaggeration, 40 beautiful hydrangea bushes here. I mean, they are everywhere, like in the garden, in the landscaping, in the backyard, in the side yard, in the front yard. They are everywhere. And so sometimes I just think that that's such a beautiful picture of like, at that time in my life, that felt, everything about that was a really hard season. But I genuinely was like very sad about that. And then I look and you're like, oh, God gave you back all these. And so I just think that, like, I don't know. So if anybody's local and you have something where you need a bunch of, they're beautiful. I just wish. So I might call like the women's shelter and see, but I'm not here. Normally I would just go do that. And I'm not, but I recruited my mother. So maybe I can get her and my sister to, I'm sure they're gonna be like, you sign me up for what? But, and maybe nobody can even use them, but I just feel like they're so beautiful. I feel like somebody needs to like enjoy them. I already called like my aunt, my friends, and I was like, hey, swing by. Mom will be there, but go get yourself some hydrangeas. Should take a picture of some hydrangeas so you can see them. I'll take a video before I leave today. I mean, we're literally flying out today, but I will take a, I was like, we got the opportunity to go down there for the summer, and we just built these beautiful gardens, and we kind of had like a good plan for what we were going to do this summer. But I feel like when you get an opportunity, like, to go do something and, you know, you're like, okay, well, we can, I think actually we'll just embrace it. And so we didn't plant the plants. We did already have hydrangeas, and I'll have hydrangeas again next year. And I might find something down there that I just absolutely love as well. It's more the sad part that like, that's my, I love cutting them and giving them away. A simple, like doing something simple, it doesn't have to like cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to, there's like, even Christian went out and he picked some for his girlfriend and gave her a bouquet of flowers the other night. And I took a little video of him, and I was like, it was like his first date. And it's like those little things, like doing something that, or like my aunt baked us a cake this week, and it was really meant a lot to me. Like just the simple things of like acts of service, or like small kind gestures to others that are just so sweet. I have somebody texting me right now. I wonder if it's, if she's like, I need hydrangeas. It might not be. She could just be, it's a friend. She could be saying something else, but okay, let's do it. I need to be sure I pack a lot. I don't have time to pack anything else. So here are lipsticks. Crud, I forgot that. So the other part is I'm still going to be like working while I'm down there. Like, for example, totally forgot, did not pack any of my Ophir lipsticks. And so I try and do a couple of Ophir videos per month, and just all these different things. So I feel like in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't forget something important, like, because I still need to do this work as well as stuff we're going down there to do. It'll all be fine. All right, this is the shade All That. I do overline, and it just gives them the illusion of like a full A lip. Throw those in your carry-on. Yeah, I have, here's this, and I've got a box to ship, but it takes 12 days. There's some fake hair from when I was blonde. Okay, I'm gonna go in with lip gloss. Oh, this is not a good lip gloss, but I don't know what my other ones are. I just want to, I need like a chapstick. Okay, so this is a NYX Butter Gloss. It's in my Amazon storefront. This is the Peaches and Cream. It's, I think, $4. So when you add a pink-based gloss to like browns, I don't know, I think it looks really cute. And then I'll probably play with the liner and see what we want. So some of the trips we get to go on, I get to do like helping brands with marketing strategies, product development, things that are like I went to Colombia for a trip with Ebby a while back and got to like, you know, give feedback on like what my customers like, what I think if I get one message about a complaint, I get a million about it. Or if I get one message about, oh my gosh, I love this feature or this thing or something about it, I get tons. So I can help give feedback from like what you guys like or don't like to brands, and then they can cater their products to help the customer be more satisfied. So a lot of times when I'm traveling for work trips, it's like giving input, advice, giving any sort of like trying to help them be the best for you guys. So that's a lot of what I get to do, which is really fun. I get to try things before they come out, see if I'm like, do you like it? Do you think your audience would like it? Do you like try it for 4 weeks? Can you tell a difference? Try it for this. It's like that kind of stuff. And then because I do like vlogging and talk a lot about this experience, it is really fun to get to do that because I can kind of share those experiences with you guys. What am I most excited about? From everything I've heard, just like a little bit of a slower pace of life. Here we're really busy, and I am going down. I'll like have the couple hours of every day that I'm working on a few things, and then the rest I'm gonna have like, my kids aren't in a million activities and I'm not in a million and I just am excited for like to experience not just a rushed, you know, 5-day vacation at the beach. It rained 2 days. We only have 3 days together. Like actually getting to do the like things with the kids that are just island life things. That's what I'm most excited about. So, and Adam's going with me. So sometimes when I travel to do certain things, like Colombia, I went by myself. And I don't love traveling by myself. And this, he gets to be there with me. And so that's really exciting. All right, have my Trimfit. If you are ever looking for something to help like cut your cravings, help with like energy, really good focus, I love Trimfit. I have been taking this for almost a year. I can't tell you how many of these I've gone through. Like it is so good. And I am the type that like I try a lot of different things. I'm like, I consistently take this. Like, so I absolutely love it. And anyways, all right. Where will we be staying? We rented a house down there. So we're gonna be just staying with the kids, and I'll keep you updated on all of it. All right, I'm gonna go help. If you could see, I'll show you. Everybody's out here working. I've got Skylar got here. She came today to help with the baby. Grandmom is helping build a trailer hitch. Veda is helping build a trailer, and Adam is helping with a trailer. So, and there's the dog. So, and I wonder if you can see the hydrangeas from here. Oh no, you can't because we have a dumpster out here. Let's see. We do have a bird's nest. I'll show you. And they just poop everywhere, so it makes it really not lovely out here. But we have, look, there's a few things blooming over here. Behind this dumpster, you can almost peep like just a tiny bit of them, but it's all over there is hydrangeas. All over the back is hydrangeas. All over the side, just hydrangeas. All right, but yeah, we're getting ready. So anyways, if you have questions about anything, you can always send me a message. I'm just gonna dry my hair really quick. Not live, I'm just gonna dry it and call it a day. The animals, we have somebody here staying with them, and then Ivory will end up coming down with us here in a couple weeks once we get like adjusted. And then Elvis is staying with a friend, and my sister's watching the cats. She got them last night. So I think everyone is taken care of. So like everybody's taken care of. We're all good. All right, I gotta go. They're gonna be wanting help packing. So I just am gonna do like a quick foof and call it a day.